Song of Solomon, chapter 3 and chapter 4. Now, Song of Solomon is an extremely short book. It's only 8 chapters. So I'm going to knock out 2 chapters a day until we're done with Song of Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I knocked out chapter 1 and 2. Today, chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 3. Searching for the beloved. By night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now, and go about the city in the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, Saw ye him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and I would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house, and into the chamber of her that conceived me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and by the hens of the field, that ye stir not up nor awake my love, till he please. The royal procession. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant? Behold his bed, which is Solomon's. 80 valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel. They all hold swords, being expert in war. Every man hath his sword upon his thigh because of the fear in the night. King Solomon made himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon. He made the pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, the covering of it of purple, the midst thereof being paved with love, for the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, O ye daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him in the day of his espousals, and in the day of the gladness of his heart. Song of Solomon, chapter 4. Solomon is charmed by his beloved. Behold, thou art fair, my love, behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead. Now I have to just go back in a couple chapters because Song of Solomon really shows who the real children of Israel are. If you go back to chapter 1, verse 5, it says, I am black, but comely. You know what I'm saying? And in verse 4, it says, Behold, thou art fair, my love, behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. What other people that you know that have locks, or that grow locks? You know what I'm saying? Locks of hair. And what other people, or what other nation, I should say, is black but comely? So, I mean, you got black but comely in chapter 1. Chapter 4, you have thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. So you might as well say dreadlocks. I mean, come on now. You know who the real children of Israel are. Continuing. Thy hair is as a flock of goats. And again, who has thick woolly hair? Like thy hair is as a flock of goats. Come on, y'all. That appear from Mount Gilead. Thy teeth are like a flock of sheep that are even shorn, which came up from the washing, whereof every one bears twins, and none is barren among them. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like a piece of pomegranate within thy locks. Thy neck is like the tower of David, builded for an armory, whereon there hang 1,000 bucklers, all shields of mighty men. Thy 2 breasts are like 2 young roes that are twins, which feed among the lilies. Until the day break and the shadows flee away, I will get me to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense. Thou art all fair, my love, there is no spot in thee. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, with me from Lebanon. Look from the top of Amana, from the top of Shenir and Hermon, from the lions' dens, from the mountains of the leopards. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. Thou hast ravished my heart with one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, My spouse, how much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine ointments than all spices. Thy lips, O my spouse, drop as the honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue, and the smell of the garments is like the smell of Lebanon. A garden enclosed in my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Thy plants are an orchard of pomegranates with pleasant fruits, Campshire and spikenard, spikenard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with all trees of frankincense, myrrh and aloes, with all the chief spices, a fountain of gardens, a well of living waters, and streams from Lebanon. Awake, O north wind, and come, thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden and eat his pleasant fruits. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and for him sending his only begotten Son to come and save the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and for his sacrifice of him dying on that tree and shedding his blood for all the Israelites that might backslide, but still love the Most High and eventually come back to the Most High. So instead of us having to do, sacrifices, animal sacrifices, now the Holy Lamb or the Messiah was our sacrifice. So as long as we come back to the Most High with all sincerity and truth and drop all our sins and transgressions, the Most High will take you back, just like one of his sons and daughters. All praise, shalom.